place. There's a laundry list of options that's been developed, researched by fire districts, and some of them are similar to the EMS situation. State advocacy, pooled services, insurance, purchasing, district boundaries, consolidation issues, regional issues, and then looking at a variety of sales tax, parcel tax, impact fees, et cetera. So whether it's funding sources or how you spend or how you organize yourselves, those are some of the things that need to be looked at. The county needs to participate in that research and to cost out what it would take to move forward on these. So what we're looking for, tacitly or otherwise, is endorsing the formation and holding us accountable for doing that analysis, making recommendations that will allow the board to take action. And that action may include possibly some ballot strategies, et cetera. Why the work group now? The county action plan that you all adopted in January indicated that we were going to have a workshop in April on these issues, and a supervisor Pinches to be specific, questioned the value of a workshop, and as we looked at it and planned for it, we decided, yes, let's just kind of move right into action rather than having a workshop to kind of launch that. So that's why we are where we are. And this isn't a budget discussion now, but the reason it was scheduled in April was so that we could assess the need and keep it in mind as we move forward. You're all familiar with the direness of our budget right now, comparable to what happened with EMS this last year. $300,000 was allocated to fire districts. It was distributed along the lines of their commitments for workers' compensation, but it wasn't to pay for workers' compensation per se. That was the distribution formula that was used. I've indicated to the fire chiefs that we will move as quickly as they and the need for whatever research or analysis allows, and we will report back regularly to the Fire Chiefs Association. There is a Board of Supervisors ad hoc committee, and then the full board. I also envision that there will be some joint efforts or meetings with EMS, because some of the solutions may be similar, and certainly some of the providers provide both fire services and EMS. So the goal here is through this work group to bring closure to this issue and get us to the point of action, both short-term and long-term.
Okay.
Is that fast enough?
Questions? Supervisor Pinches.
I just want to comment. I'd like to thank Allison in the CEO's office for taking the philosophy on that. Let's quit talking about it and let's do something about it. So that's very encouraging.
It wasn't just
Not
that
only
you
just
liked not
this
having a
issue, but
workshop.
always.
Other comments, concerns, questions from the board?
And there may be fire chiefs who wish to speak to this, but anyway, I'm done.
Okay. Public comment to this issue. Anyone like to step forward, please state your name and as much as possible, keep it to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, county staff, Dan Griebel, Fire Chief for Ukiah Valley Fire District, and a member of the Fire Chief's Strategic Planning Committee that has been charged with working the Board of Supervisors. I want to take you back to February 28th of 2005 when you did have a workshop. It was a fire and emergency medical services workshop, and we had the opportunity to give you statistics at that time, tell you about legal requirements of fire service in the county, tell you about the current partnerships that the fire services work with throughout the county. You got an explanation of the emergency medical system at that point, and we gave you some case studies of fire protection. We gave you 3 case studies of different fire protection in the county. At that point, you had established an ad hoc committee with Member Wattenberger and Member Wagonette, and we met almost on a monthly basis. The third Monday of every month in the afternoon, the the committee met with fire chiefs throughout the county, with the EMS agency staff, and with whoever was sitting in the CEO chair at the time, along with county council appeared, and we worked through several issues, and it became contentious at times, but the members always returned back the next month and met and worked through those issues. In November 13th of 2006, we had another workshop, and we gave an update on the work of the committee at that time. There was staff analysis done at that point, and staff gave analysis, mainly financial analysis of how fire districts are funded. And from that workshop in November 13th of 2006, we came to you after several options, exhausting several options. We came with an asking for the growth of Prop 172 up to 25%. At that point, Prop 172 was a little over $6 million. We just wanted the growth. So we thought it was a slam dunk when we came to the board asking for just the growth on 172. It wasn't, but at that meeting, you did the direction of the board was to CEO's office, to staff, to find the money to help out fire districts EMS. And you did that in the 07-08 budget. And like EMS got the appreciation, the fire districts are very appreciative of the allocation. It was made clear at that point it was a one-time allocation, and we've done good things with it. We're not going to spend time telling you about it, but we continue to do good things. Fire mitigation fees came up from that. The county has enabling legislation that allows fire districts to come back to you, and Ukiah Valley Fire District will be the first district coming to you asking you to enact fire mitigation fees for future growth. November 20th of 2007, we had Sonoma County come up and give you the Sonoma County model and how Sonoma County serves the unprotected areas of the county. And at that point, you directed the new CEO, Mr. Mitchell, to meet with the fire chiefs and to continue the process that the ad hoc committee did. I take it that this is that process now. In February, though, on behalf of the fire chiefs, we welcome Mr. Mitchell and asked for a meeting. We haven't seen it, so we hope that this is his effort to meet with the fire chiefs and continue on. I'm reluctant to take this action back to the full fire chiefs because our charge was to meet and continue with this. And although I agree with Mr. Pinches, we don't need another workshop, we do need action. And on the first look at this, it looks like just another stall tactic to lead us on. We appreciate the legislative efforts, the number one priority, but the holdout is right here with the county board. We hope in this next budget session that Mr. Pinches has indicated that you can find another $300,000 in your $200 million budget to assist fire districts, provide protection, and make a positive difference every day in Mendocino County. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I do have one speaker card to the issue from Chief Larry Tunzi from Comchi.
Yes, I'm Larry Tunzi, Chief of the Comchi Volunteer Fire Department. I concur completely with Chief Grable. Just want to add, I too have been on this ad hoc committee for more than 2 years, and we've hammered on this stuff month after month, and here we're going to hear about some more meetings, and I too want to support the fact that we need to move ahead. We've come across 3 big issues that face the volunteer fire departments in our county. Issue number 1 is the liability and regulatory problems, the availability of personnel, both either paid or volunteer, and also money to operate efficiently. And in my department alone in Comchi, we cover 100 square miles. We have more than 600 people, and our budget is $21,000. Out of that $21,000, $8,500 goes to insurance. Another $6,500 goes for gas and maintenance. So what that leaves is around $6,000 for me to pay for wages, which does not existent, buy safety equipment, all that, which is, I'll challenge anyone in this room to try to operate a volunteer fire department on $6,000. So we need to move forward. We need some help. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Other members of the public wishing to speak to this issue? Okay, seeing no one step forward, back to the board. Is there a problem with endorsing the formation of this working group and moving ahead? To council, does this take an actual motion to do that?
No, you can just direct staff.
Okay. Any problem with that from the board? Okay, so ordered from the chair, and we'll move this forward and look for results as quickly as possible. Thank you. Okay, what's the wishes of the board for a 5-minute recess? Okay, we'll take a 5-minute recess. I know the members of the public, but we're running a little late. We've had some heated discussion here previous to your arrival, so.